Joining us now is Jonathan Fowler, who's an UNRWA spokesperson. He's live from Amman. Jonathan, thank you very much for being with us. Can you just update us on the status of your operations? I know you say that your offices are still open, but are you still able to provide services to the people who you've been helping?
Yes, our clinics in East Jerusalem continue to function, as do our clinics in the occupied West Bank. And our schools actually opened yesterday. However, of course, the situation remains highly uncertain. In East Jerusalem, we provide healthcare for 70,000 people who are amongst the most vulnerable members of society. These are people with no affordable healthcare alternatives. We have 1,050 students in our education system in East Jerusalem. At this stage, we simply do not know. We're functioning day by day. But we don't know what the situation is going to be for them in the coming months.
Are you able to bring and distribute supplies to these schools and facilities that you run?
Our operations are continuing in East Jerusalem, as I said. So, yes, we're able to continue functioning for the moment. I mean, an issue that we face, there's two separate Israeli laws. One bans our operations on what Israel deems to be its sovereign territory. Now, here we're talking about East Jerusalem, which, of course, in the eyes of international law, International Court of Justice, and so on, is actually an occupied territory. But that's one law. The second law bans all contact between Israeli officials and UNRWA. And of course, this poses immense potential problems. I mean, one example, with the demolitions in the explosions, actually, of housing blocks in Jenin camp in the West Bank. Normally, we would know that a military operation is coming and we'll be able to make sure that the school children are safe, but we have no possibility of coordination. We were not informed in advance, and so there's always a risk to the population and the population that we cater to, be that patients or be that school children.
Right. And what about your operations in Gaza, Jonathan? I understand that you still have staff, 5,000 UNRWA staff working in Gaza.
Precisely. I mean, you know, we are described as the backbone of the United Nations humanitarian operation in the Gaza Strip. As you rightly said, we have 5,000 operational staff. The rest of the United Nations system combined is a couple of hundred people. So everybody, the rest of the UN system, relies completely on UNRWA to do its work. We're responsible for more than half the aid coming into the Gaza Strip. We're responsible for more than half the distributions. You know, 750,000 people have received food from us since the ceasefire began. This window of opportunity needs to remain open. The problem is that if we can no longer do coordination and have any kind of communication with the Israeli authorities, then we're going to be ending up navigating in the dark, and that does not serve an effective humanitarian operation in any way, shape or form.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us and telling us about the situation in Gaza and the occupied territories. Jonathan Fowler from UNRWA, live there from Amman.
Thank you.